This video is as requested by Mr. Mole, who wanted to see at what temperature could we run this light and remain thermally stable and not have it kick down. One thing I just realized I forgot to set up was my small little fan. So this would be without any wind speed. Currently 68 degrees in my basement. The light head is at 77 degrees because I just tried shooting video and was fumbling with the buttons and got things all goofed up, so the light head has warmed up just a hair. Battery pack is down to 8.15 volts because I haven't recharged it from previous testing. Should be good enough for our testing right here, I think. And the lux meter is set on ×10 just to monitor relative output. So, without further ado, let's turn the light head on. It's going to come on 3 emitters on low. And I think I'm going to start with mode level 8, which according to my notes pulls 1.09 emitters, or 1.09 amps per emitter, at least when tested on one single emitter. So let's press and hold. We get the 3 flashes. That's should be level 1. I believe. 2. No, that's not. Oh, okay. We'll toggle back through them all. I goofed up because I'm looking for the amperage from a single LED. Okay, there's level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6, level 7. That should be level 8. Now let's see if I can get a timer going, and I should have been more ready for this. And okay. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that. It's probably going to want to slide all over the place. So we are reading 5020 down to 5010 down to 5000 lux. Temperature is not rising astronomical. Hopefully you can see we're pulling 4.12 amps off the battery pack. Voltage sag down to 7.37 volts. Of course, there's a little resistance in my additional connectors. $48.20 lux. Still lowering. No significant step down yet. Minute and a half there. I'm not sure, Mr. Mole, if you wanted to see a fan on the light or not. I originally was going to put a fan on the light head, and I simply forgot it as I'm in a rush here at 10:30 p.m. on Sunday evening. Managed to snag just a few spare free time minutes to do this little test. We have reached 132 degrees now in that case. Like I said in the previous video, that temperature probe is shoved and jammed into the fin closest to the center emitter, and it should be somewhere almost directly underneath the LED mounting surface by eye. Best I could eyeball it up. Whoop, there we go. 139 degrees, and it stepped down. Looks like it cut the amperage in about half. It's 140 degree case temperature, 141. So mode level 8 did not hold. Okay, there's mode level 8. I think the best thing to do here maybe is to stop the video, cool the light down a little bit, and try it on mode 7. Okay, let's try to do the same test on mode 7. I had to reset up here because, of course, my daughter needed to get into the freezer, which is my current workspace. And then in doing so, I committed the cardinal sin and I spilt my beer. So I had a mess to clean up, put everything back, and I decided to get the fan out, set it up, and I have it blowing across the light head. Like I said in a previous video, it's not a real strong fan, so it's not a whole lot of airflow. Should simulate, I don't know, 5 to 7 mile an hour wind speed. Maybe the equivalent of riding somewhere between 5 and 10 mile per hour. Something like that. So more of a real world condition. So current light head is at 73 degrees. I threw it in the freezer and refrigerator to cool it down quickly. Ambient room temperature at about 69 degrees. And we're ready to go. So first we're going to turn it on. 3 emitters on low. Press and hold for programming. You get 3 flashes. So that's level 1. I'm going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's reading 3.8 amps. On the lux meter, we're reading 4800, 4780, dropping. And naturally, the dehumidifier is going to kick in, and so we get to listen to that. Okay, the light head is increasing. Slowly, but it's increasing. Oh, I forgot the stopwatch. Oh! Well, our time will be a little off. You can probably better double check the time just by looking at the timestamp in the video. I don't even know if that shows up without a glare. 90 degrees on the light head, down to 3.6 amps off the battery pack, 4540 lux. Oh boy. I should just have you look at the time in the video. Now this probably wasn't a very good test since I ran program level 8 or 80% without a fan, and now I'm running 70% with a fan. .5 degrees case temperature. What was our case temperature when it stepped down in the previous level 8? I think it was around 130 degrees or so. And by the way, you'll notice that I'm monitoring temperature in Fahrenheit, the proper unit of temperature measurement. 3 minutes somewhere. 3.5, 3:45 in reality, I'm guessing. 113 degrees, 4,300 lux. Feels warm. Feels quite warm. Not scorching hot. At what point do we call this thing stable? I don't have the time to let it go on for 15-20 minutes or anything. Somewhere around 4.5 minutes by now. But yet, we're still increasing on that case temperature. Uh-oh. Five minutes on the stopwatch, probably somewhere around 5.5 in reality. 119 degrees. Looking pretty decent for being stable. Pretty steady there at 120 degrees. Still rising, but ever so slowly. Six and a half minutes now. Must be close to 7 in reality. I think I'm ready to call mode level 70% thermally stable with a light airflow. Let's step it up one more step to level 8, maintaining the same airflow, and see if we trip step down. There's mode level 8, 80%. See what happens. She's rising. pretty soon this camera's going to run out of battery power. But I'm pretty sure we're going to trip thermal step down here on mode 8, even with that light airflow. I believe it's around that 130 degree mark. Of course, it has more to do with the internal temperature, not so much the external case temperature. I would say mode level 7, 70% without the airflow would have tripped thermal step down. Here we are now approaching 130 degrees. 9.5 minutes, close to 10 in reality. It's feeling pretty hot, especially in the center. That center area that's not finned, I can keep my fingers on the fins, but if I touch that center area, it's hot, really hot. A little too uncomfortable to keep my fingers on it. 133 degrees and still not stepping down. I hope you like my narration.